Good evening and salutations, my Days of Alliance fans. So, let's start off with Chad and Abby for a minute. So, Abby's still sitting there, searching into this whole Sammy disappearance. She actually has a lead. Chad tries to downplay it, talking about, the danger level and everything like that, this, that, and the third. But Abby's relentless. Abby's like, listen, I'm gonna go. Um, Abby's like, I'm gonna go regardless. So she is willing to fly down to, I forgot where, but she's willing to fly down to talk to one of the guys because apparently he got picked up. One of the guys who, helped, kidnap Sammy got picked up on something else. So she's about to go there and talk to him to try to get some sort of information. Chad sees this and he realizes that this woman is going to get to the bottom of this sooner or later. So he's like, you know what? Listen, let me just take, let me just save you some time, some money. Yeah, I know exactly who did it. And he tells her. He's like, Lucas did it. He knew about it. Um, and so he tells her everything. And at this point, she's just like, it takes her a minute because she's like, yo, listen, usually Hortons don't, they don't kidnap you. That's the marriage. What are you talking about? Um, but it starts to make sense. It starts to add up. And, Chad at this point is like, yo, listen, we got to keep this between me and you. We got to keep this between us. And AJ comes downstairs with Bella. Is like, what? What y'all need to keep between y'all two? What's going on? So Abby covers and she's like, she talks about how, they plan on having another child and, EJ is happy and Bella's happy and they hug and everything like that. And then they go off to, I don't know, I guess to get the rest of Bella's stuff. Chad thanks her and Abby's like, listen, I had to sit there and tell him something. But I mean, she sat there and she looked at it and she's like, listen, somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's probably going to get killed. And some people are going to go to jail. So it's probably best if I don't say anything. Um, Now, at one point, Bella was getting ready to leave to try to grovel back to talk to her parents. After the fight that she had, but EJ convinces her to stay. And so she stays. And at this point, I'm like, how did you just happen to walk into the room where he just got out the shower? Like, you have so many rooms, probably so many bathrooms, and you telling me that you just picked the one room that he just happened to be in. I felt like he did that on purpose. Um, so he looking like they about ready to jump each other's bones, and it's only a matter of time before that happens. Now, a funny thing that Marlena was sent there saying to Kate when she was talking about Bella. She was like, listen, I don't think that Sammy's going to be too happy about that. Regardless if Sammy is with Lucas, she's not going to be too happy about that. And Kate was like, you're right. She's going to come in here. She's going to blow everything apart for Lucas and all of that. So now she's worried about, EJ probably hooking up with Bella because that's going to mess up her whole plan. But later on towards the end of the episode, Chad, texts her. They meet, and Chad's like, listen, just so you know, Abby knows. I'm like, I mean, to be fair, Chad did sit there and think that Abby was going to sell him out, but I'm like, well, what would be in it for her to sell him out? I mean, you're going to sit there and get him thrown in jail, probably killed by his brother. Um, so I guess in reality, he probably should have told her, like, months ahead. I mean, regardless of what Kate said, he should have probably told her months ahead, especially with the whole, keeping no more lies and secrets and stuff. I don't know what Leo's plan is at this point, but this dude is literally squatting in the Demaro's basement in the wine cellar. So, he's on the phone talking to Gwen, like, yeah, thank you for showing me how to get around and, find this, this tunnel and everything like that. And so now he's like, all right, cool. I got a bunch of wine, and that's cool, but I don't really have anything to eat. And so he's not there thinking about ways to try to get, Abby, because, well, she's next on the list. Opens the door and sees Thomas. And Thomas is like, who are you and what are you doing here? Leo convinces Thomas that he's a tooth fairy. He's a tooth fairy. He's Santa Claus. He's the Easter Bunny, and he's like, "Hey, listen, you're not gonna get any more good stuff if you rat me out. Also, I'm hungry, so just come downstairs with some food or whatever." So as he's going upstairs or whatever, he runs into Abby, and Abby, he literally comes to the tunnels, and Abby's like, what are you doing?" Thomas is sitting there saying he was playing hide and go seek with um Charlotte. As to tell you the truth, it's a lot easier to keep track of the two Charlottes because one of them apparently is in boarding school. So, anyway, he's sitting there talking about how he's playing hide and go seek with his sister, and Abby's like, "Yo, you're not supposed to be down there in those tunnels." And Thomas slips up that, "Oh, well, there's no one down there except for, except for the Tooth Fairy." And Abby's like, "I'm sorry, what?" Now, of course, Thomas is like probably 8 or 10, so I don't think she's going to sit there and read too much into it. But um, now here's the thing: rumors have been circulating for a hot minute about Abby being killed off, and I can't remember his name. I think it's something Phoenix. He was also talking about that a little bit on another soap opera content creator that I think everyone knows. Was talking about this. Everyone's talking about it, and Abby's dying, and it's just a question of how. How at this point? Pretty sure Leo's gonna have something to do with that, which is odd because up until this point, Leo has never been a killer. He's been a lot of things, but a killer? Mm, that's not that's not Leo's style. I'm pretty sure whatever involved. I mean, I'm pretty sure whatever it is, it was an accident. Um, which I think that's what will wind up happening is that Abby's going to sit and discover Leo. Leo's going to do something, and it's going to, well, involuntarily manslaughter. Let's just put it that way. Um, I'm gonna be honest. Will and Sunny didn't really do too much of anything in this episode. All they sat there, all they did was lay in bed, and they're talking about Leo and how Leo's out for revenge. And Sunny was like, "Oh well, that's why I had to get revenge on him because of all the stuff he did to me." Because he had a dream of Will pretty much being in the bed with Leo. So, now he's all like, "Oh, I had, this is why exactly why, I was so out to try to free Craig from, his clutches and everything like that." And I'm like, and now you're worried, you're having these really bad nightmares about Leo, when in reality, all you had to do was just leave well enough alone. You know? I mean, at the very least, okay, I can understand him telling Craig, and Craig could have took, he could have listened, or he could have just said, "All right, whatever," and that would have been the end of it. But instead, you know, with Sonny, this wasn't about, "Oh, I had to sit there and try to help him so this way Leo wouldn't get him like he got me." No, this was pure revenge. And now you're having these nightmares, and you're looking over your shoulders, and you sit there wondering and worry when Leo's gonna strike next. And I'm like, bro, if you would have just left things alone, you would have been good. Now, granted, that wouldn't have been good as far as drama and soap operas and stuff like that. Yes, but just as far as his own sanity goes, then he would have been good. But honestly, to tell you the truth, whatever happens to him, it's on him, and I really don't feel bad for him. Now, after they get done talking, and 3 or 4 rounds of sex or whatever, apparently they have a go away party because Will is leaving for a little bit to come back at a later date or whatever. Um, Kate stops by Marlena's place. They talk about mostly Bella. They talk about Bella a lot as far as, because Kay's like, listen, this isn't a good idea for you to be, working on Jan Spears. You have other people you can sit there and refer her to. But Marlena wants to sit there and take this whole, she wants to take this opportunity to cure Jan. Because she's like, listen, if we can cure her, then we don't have to sit there and worry about the next time that she breaks free or wakes up from a coma or whatever. She can finally be fixed. Of course, she said it didn't really go over well with Belle, and so yeah. But she's like, listen, I guess she's like, I can't really do anything about the Bella situation. I know where she's at, and Kate invites her to, do well. It seemed like they were supposed to do like some sort of party or something like that, but it just turned out it was just some sort of get together to sit there and say, all right, well, bye, and that was pretty much about it. Um, Lucas asks Roman's, no, he pretty much says like, listen, I want your blessing as far as, marrying Sammy again. And, at first Roman brings up all the bad things like, yo, listen, you've been screwing up a bunch of times. But at the same time, he's been good to Sammy as well, and with the kids and everything like that. And I guess if you really look at it, I mean, granted, I've never really been one for the whole, I think these two belong together. I think these two look. I've never really been for that whole thing. When that's the thing, I look at the bigger picture, between Lucas and EJ. I'm like, EJ has treated her like trash on more than one occasion. Lucas has been there since high school. Now, granted, they screwed up with each other along the way and all these different things, but I feel like if Sammy had to choose, she should choose Lucas. But I mean, let's be honest. When Sammy finds out about what Lucas did, she's gonna go right back to EJ, and she's gonna be all upset. Oh, Bella, you try to go after my man, and yada yada yada, and blah 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 blah. Um, I think they are divorced at this point, right? I'm assuming that they're divorced. I don't really know how that actually works. I don't remember. It's been so long, and yeah, I really don't remember. I feel like that's about it for the most part. I don't think I really missed too much of anything. It wasn't really a super great episode, but it wasn't like a terrible episode either. Um, hmm. I guess in some sort of ways you can probably skip and just like watch either my review or Andre Epps' review. I know it's another girl that actually does reviews on this too. I can't think of her name at the time. She does actually all four of them, which one day I actually want to get back to doing, but I can't remember her name. But I don't know. I guess if you just type up Days of Our Lives review, she might come up. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.